You cannot escape the responsibility of tomorrow by evading it today. Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I will spend the first for sharpening the axe. Always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any other. Be sure you put your feet in the right place, then stand firm. No man has a good enough memory to be a successful liar. Character is like a tree, and reputation like a shadow. The shadow is what we think of it. The tree is the real thing. I am a slow walker, but I never walk back. Don't worry when you're not recognized, but strive to be worthy of recognition. I do the very best I know how, the very best I can, and I mean to keep on doing so until the end. My great concern is not whether you have failed, but whether you are content with your failure. I have always found that mercy bears richer fruits than strict justice. As I would not be a slave, so I would not be a master. This expresses my idea of democracy. Marriage is neither heaven nor hell. It is simply purgatory. He has a right to criticize who has a heart to help. Do I not destroy my enemies when I make them my friends? The probability that we may fail in the struggle ought not to deter us from the support of a cause we believe to be just. The best way to get a bad law repealed is to enforce it strictly. That some achieve great success is proof to all that others can achieve it as well. Discourage litigation. Persuade your neighbors to compromise whenever you can. As a peacemaker, the lawyer has superior opportunity of being a good man. There will still be business enough. The highest art is always the most religious, and the greatest artist is always a devout person. I do not think much of a man who is not wiser today than he was yesterday. We should be too big to take offense and too noble to give it. No matter how much cats fight, there always seem to be plenty of kittens. I don't know who my grandfather was. I am much more concerned to know what his grandson will be. You have to do your own growing no matter how tall your grandfather was. Tact is the ability to describe others as they see themselves. A woman is the only thing I am afraid of that I know will not hurt me. Avoid popularity if you would have peace. The things I want to know are in books. My best friend is the man who'll get me a book I ain't read. A friend is one who has the same enemies as you have. Hold on with a bulldog grip and chew and choke as much as possible. Stand with anybody that stands right. Stand with him while he is right and part with him when he goes wrong. Public sentiment is everything with public sentiment. Nothing can fail. Without it, nothing can succeed. If we could first know where we are and whether we are tending, we could then better judge what to do and how to do it. The way for a young man to rise is to improve himself in every way he can, never suspecting that anybody wishes to hinder him. True patriotism is better than the wrong kind of piety. With the fearful strain that is on me night and day, if I did not laugh I should die. Every one desires to live long, but no one would be old. When I hear a man preach, I like to see him act as if he were fighting bees. Whenever I hear anyone arguing for slavery, I feel a strong impulse to see it tried on him personally. Don't interfere with anything in the Constitution. That must be maintained, for it is the only safeguard of our liberties. I was born and have ever remained in the most humble walks of life. Gold is good in its place, but loving, brave, patriotic. Men are better than gold. When you have got an elephant by the hind legs and he is trying to run away, it's best to let him run. The time comes upon every public man when it is best for him to keep his lips closed. I can make more generals, but horses cost money. If there is anything that a man can do well, I say let him do it. Give him a chance. Some single mind must be master, else there will be no agreement in anything. If I were to try to read, much less answer, all the attacks made on me, this shop might as well be closed for any other business. There is another old poet whose name I do not now remember, who said, "Truth is the daughter of time." I learned a great many years ago that in a fight between husband and wife, a third party should never get between the woman's skillet and the man's axe helve.